Whenever someone brings up food fads like raw milk, I remember the fact that milk in particular used to be disgusting. Let's go back to the 19th century, to a time where refrigeration and pasteurization weren't really commonplace or invented yet. Milk needed to be transported long distances from farms, which were typically located in rural areas, to more industrialized or urban centers. But the problem is you need to transport this milk by train, which could take days, and imagine this in the summer heat. People started to get concerned about preserving milk, that is, extending the shelf life of milk and preventing it from spoiling before it even got to your doorstep. Some people had the idea to add preservatives to milk, and preservatives like formaldehyde. And when I say formaldehyde, yes, I'm talking about the embalming fluid, the thing that smelled really badly when you were doing frog or pig dissections in high school. And this is on top of milk already being pretty nasty at baseline. Because remember, no pasteurization, so there were lots of contaminants in milk. Of course, this depended on the farm, on the location of the farm, on the cows being used, but it was known that you could get typhoid and even tuberculosis from milk, in addition to milk-borne illnesses that still can happen with raw milk today, namely E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter, and Listeria. People fall ill with some of these illnesses every year, and they can also be lethal. Another interesting fact is that these dairymen, these producers and sellers of milk, would actually dilute it to turn a greater profit. They would dilute it with things like water. Milk would now lose its coloring, so they would have to add back certain colorants, things like chalk, other kinds of dye, and add things to make it smell more like whole natural milk, even though it clearly wasn't. Anyway, people died from preservatives in milk, particularly children, and they died from these myriad illnesses, which were much more commonplace prior to pasteurization becoming more widely used. And briefly, pasteurization is this process by which you heat up milk in order to eliminate some of those contaminants and dangerous microbes. Of course, we have better food safety and hygiene and health standards and regulations today, thankfully, but these risks do still exist with raw milk, specifically those milk-borne illnesses that I was talking about.